Another fucking glitch. What a shit show.
Everything's ready.
Switch him back on already.
Lewis!
정신을 차리자마자 루이스를 찾는 로보캅.
Robo. Calm down. He'll tear the equipment apart.
Wendell and
베커는
Konowski ran
현
away and
상황을
Lewis is in the
공유해주며
hospital.
당시 상황에서
What did you
아무것도
do?
못한
Just stand
로보캅을
there and watch it
질책합니다.
as it happened?
I want to see her.
She's in surgery as we speak, so that's not gonna happen. Instead, you're gonna go through with your psych evaluation.
Let me go!
The old man wasn't happy that I let you skip your first session and was adamant that I make sure you attend this one. Especially since the problem of you malfunctioning is obviously persistent. So, Doctor,
로보캅이 다소 흥분된 상태임을 보고도 상담을 강요하는 베커에게 맞서는
He's in no shape
블랑시
to be
박사.
examined.
I'm afraid that I must insist.
This is highly unprofessional.
I need to apprehend Wendell.
I don't think you understand your options, Shiny, in that you don't have any. You either comply or you'll be dismantled. I'm only really rooting for one of these options.
Very well.
Doctor?
If this is supposed to resemble a therapy session in any way, I need everyone that isn't my client to leave. That is not negotiable. And is it necessary to have him restrained?
That's for your safety. What if he loses control? Exactly.
If anything goes wrong, just use this reset button. One press, and he goes back to La La Land.
Okay, let's leave the good doctor to work. And Robo, see me after this is over.
하지만 말이 통할 리가 없었고 불편한 상황 속에서 상담이
Are
시작됐습니다.
you at least sitting comfortably enough to have this conversation?
It is irrelevant how comfortable I am.
It all contributes to your overall performance. I understand this is not an ideal situation, and this is probably the last place you want to be right now.
I'm not the only one unwilling to be here. Your heart rate is above 120 BPM.
You're equipped with a heart rate monitor? I imagine it comes in handy in your line of work.
It does.
I agree this whole thing is happening rather fast, but we are both professionals at helping others. So how about we start again? My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. Naturally, I've heard people refer to you by different names, but I'm curious to hear which one you prefer.
My name is Alex Murphy.
Then I'll call you Alex Murphy. I've worked with many police officers that have gone through traumatic experiences, but I think we can both agree that you are no ordinary police officer. How do you see your situation?
I'm a police officer who was killed in the line of duty. I was given a second chance and resurrected inside this metal shell.
Clinical death and waking up in a body that is not quite yours is a first for me too. In a patient, that is. But that's something that I've already learned from the reports. What I would much rather hear is how do you perceive yourself?
Perceive?
Yes. See, what I found immensely helpful in working with my patients is transparency. In order to help each other, we need to be able to see each other fully.
This is how I see myself.
Thank you for making this step.
Now that you see me the way I am, do you wish to push the reset button? Your heart rate remains high.
No, not at all. It's actually my secret that is making me nervous, not yours. You're not the only one here with prosthetic body parts. This hand, you must have wondered what happened. Some time ago, I was a victim of a crime. A thief broke into my house. He made a lot of noise and my neighbors called the police.
로보캅의 진심 어린 대답을 듣더니 말하기 힘든 자신의 비밀을 이야기하는 블랑시 박사.
My hand was red mist moments later. Since that day, I have become, let's say, a little leery of machines.
Do you fear me?
I fear the unpredictability that machines bring with them. So when I heard there was a chance to contribute to the research on the stability of OCP's mechanical units, I jumped at the opportunity. I hope you don't find it unprofessional. Getting that off my chest made me feel a bit better. How about you check my pulse now?
It has dropped below 120 BPM.
You see, I don't just impose things onto my clients. I practice what I preach because it seems to work. I think that makes for a very promising start. Thank you, Alex Murphy.
Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Becker.
You are very determined. I must have seen your application like 20 times.
I assumed they were getting lost in the mail.
Huh, that didn't stop you, did it? You're persistent and capable, too. Highest marks on all the written tests. Pretty much an ideal candidate. Aside from the fact that you don't meet any of the physical requirements, that's actually remarkable. Short stuff.
Unfortunately, sir.
Why is being a cop so important to you?
My father was a police officer, and his father was one too.
A police family, huh? It must be heartbreaking not to be able to continue a family tradition. You know, I have the power to look the other way and make you a cop despite your shortcomings. In exchange, I only ask for one thing. Your complete loyalty. And maybe a touch of gratitude as well.
Will I still get a badge? Like a proper police officer?
Badge? Oh yeah, sure.
Then Officer Washington is reporting for duty.
Good. There you go, young'un.
Is that blood?
We don't make a badge for every new officer. We just reassign the old ones after cops retire.
상담이 끝난 로보캅은 약속대로 베커를 찾아갔고 그곳에서 뉴페이스를 만나게 됩니다.
You'll be spending a lot of time together.
Meaning?
잦은 버그로 고장나는 로보캅을 감시하기 위해 OCP에서 투입된 신입 경관 율리시스 워싱턴.
Yes, you will report to me on his every action. Hopefully that will prevent him from continuing to tarnish his already murky reputation. His recent behavior casts a shadow on OCP, and we can't have that.
That's a lot of responsibility for a rookie.
Every other cop refused this post. But you won't. You wouldn't jeopardize your career, right?
No, sir.
I would like to proceed
로보캅은
with my
신입 경관보다도 웬데를 하루라도 빨리 잡기 위해 바로 수사하려 하지만 베커는 모든 사건에서 제외시켜버립니다.
Absolutely fucking not. You're off the case. Actually, you're off all cases. There's a bunch of documents that need archiving in the records room. That's your priority now.
Understood.
Now go. I'll tell Achilles about what's what in this godforsaken place.
It's Ulysses, sir.
Hey, first rule, kiddo, never question your superiors.
달리 방법이 없던 로보캅은 기록실의 세실 경관과 잡무를 보게
I
됩니다.
was told you'd come to help me. This is exciting. I don't get many visitors here.
What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Becker wants you to do some maintenance work, so, please scan the servers, see if they're operating properly. I'm sure they are, but he insisted I found a job here for you. Yeah, I wish I had something more exciting for you to do, since for me, this is where all the action happens.
Explain.
With this wealth of information at your fingertips, this records room should be a real hotbed of activity. Others don't seem to know how fun it is to dig through all this stuff. You can play a real-life detective here.
Officer Cecil, you are a detective.
Yeah, but mostly just a paper pusher.
So, if one wanted to find out the whereabouts of a particular criminal, what would one do?
That's easy. Just check the computer in the back. Type in who you're looking for and see if there are any matches. Just remember to scan the servers at some point. Mr. Becker will blow his top if I don't make sure you checked him.
그래도 사건을 포기할 수 없었던 로보캅.
I'm telling you, this is incredible. Just type in your search. He's never been charged? Well, that's hard to believe. There's a neat feature you can try. See who attempted to access his file before you did. Maybe that'll help us.
안타깝게도 웬델에 관련된 정보는 얻을 수 없었지만 이 사건이 실종된 브릭스 경관과 밀접한 관계가 있다는 사실을 알게 됩니다.
Maybe those two cases are connected after all. I'll have to report this to Sergeant Reed.
And I am on my way.
There's nothing I can say to stop you, is there?
No.
Well, then instead I'll say, go kick ass for Lewis.
서둘러 브릭스 경관이 사라진 장소로 가려는데 워싱턴 경관이 그의 앞을
I
막아섭니다.
wanted to say that this is an incredible honor for me. But, I get the feeling you don't see eye to eye with Mr. Becker. Yet, despite the position I'm in, I'll do my best to assist you in any way I can. So, what are you doing here?
I am going to Highland Park.
Isn't that Street Vulture's turf?
That is where the lead took Briggs. It could be connected to Wendell.
Oh, man. That's exactly what Mr. Becker told me you shouldn't do. It's my duty to stop you. Is it even safe for you to go? I mean, think of yourself. You keep malfunctioning, right? What if something happens again?
Hey, Murphy, I found this on the back seat of your cruiser. It's for you.
I can't let you go. Is there some sort of a command for that? RoboCop, off. RoboCop, stay. Hey, all cops have to follow rules. Especially you. You're a cop and a machine, so you can't go. Your systems won't allow it. Right?
하지만 그의 고집을 쉽게 꺾을 수는 없었습니다.
RoboCop? RoboCop? Don't do this to me. Not on my first day.
I know you're listening. There is still time to stop and turn back. The street vultures are territorial and vicious. You wouldn't want to be caught on their turf, especially by their leader, Spike. You know, I'm reading that he's known to be exceptionally savage. Apparently none of his enemies got out of Highland Park alive.
I will be the first.
I'm gonna get fired.
브릭스 경관이 사라진 하이랜드 파크에 도착한 로보캅.
Finding a missing police officer there will be like looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm looking at the map of this place and it's huge. There's no way you can investigate without being noticed. Street vultures are the biggest gang in Detroit.
I have a large supply of bullets.
이곳저곳을 조사하던 중 브릭스 경관이 경찰차를 발견합니다.
Abandoned squad car sighted. It could belong to Officer Briggs.
I can't report it based on your assumption. I'm already in enough trouble.
OCP tracking device torn out.
That's why no one knew where to look.
There was blood on the seat.
I mean, it's possible it belongs to someone else.
Bullet holes in the bodywork.
Every cop car in the precinct has bullets.
운전석에 상당한 핏자국과 자동차의 탄흔을 발견한 로보캅은 그의 신변에 끔찍한 문제가 생겼음을 인지합니다.
I am going to follow the blood trail leading from the car.
I know you really want to find Briggs, but the trail might as well belong to any of those bikers. I'm urging you to discontinue this search.
Negative.
그의 핏자국을 따라가던 중 로보캅을 죽이기 위해 수많은 폭주족들이 나타납니다.
We have an intruder on our turf. Show what we do with a haunted guest.
Spoiled.
차분하게 모든 적들을 해치운 후 스트리트 벌처의 회계사에게 경관에 대한 질문을 건네는 로보캅.
I am looking for a police officer.
Hey, I don't know anything. I'm just an accountant.
He was brought here.
There is always so much happening around here. I tend to focus on my work. I wouldn't remember.
Would you like me to refresh your memory?
No! Police officer, I get you. You're right. Not long ago they brought him here. He was already in real bad shape. I kind of felt for the guy.
Where is he?
Once he got back on his feet, they took him away. But I don't know where. I'm telling the truth. I only deal with numbers. If you need any more info on your friend, try the warehouse office. It's on the west side of the mill.
브릭스 경관이 이곳에 있다는 정보를 얻은 로보캅은 회계사를 체포한 후 다른 곳으로 이동합니다.
Do not move until I return.
No problem. If anyone finds me cuffed up here, I will look as tough as the others.
Are you ready to come back to the precinct?
Negative. A wounded officer, perhaps Briggs, was moved to another location. I have a thug's testimony, proceeding to the enemy command center.
How can you be sure that he's not leading you into a lion's den?
I am hoping for it.
You're hopeless. That whole area is out of police jurisdiction, and according to the new policy, if we wanted to legally be there, we'd need to go through an OCP executive. And I'm sure you know what Becker's stand for.
계속해서 로보캅을 방해하는 워싱턴과 북주족들.
Starting to understand why he hired me. You're a handful.
중꺾말을 아는 로보캅을 막을 수는 없습니다.
Aren't you getting lonely, knight in shining armor? No one's coming to help you. And why no one will? This is no big round big heroes. It's their cemetery.
하지만 계속되는 오류가 그를 방해하기 시작합니다. 끝내 도착한 사무실에서 브릭스 경관이 잔혹하게 고문당하고 있는 영상을 보게 된 로보캅.
I knocked his fucking tooth out.
Well, cop,
Now we know you won't be leaving here in one piece.
You won't either.
Hey, you're spoiling my mood again.
Ah!
I don't like it when cops wander around. Cops mean trouble, and trouble upsets me. So really, this is your fault.
Do whatever you want. But soon the cops will...
No cop of any kind is going to show up here anymore. The police officially won't be responding to any calls from this area.
Does this mean we have a deal?
As long as you can work quietly.
We're vultures. You need carrion. We're up to the job, no worries.
And as for your toy...
Would you like to join us?
A fine offer, sealing our contract in blood, but I prefer cleaner games. How about instead we do some hunting?
Could add a bit of cheer, spice things up a bit. And I know just the right place for it. How does it feel knowing we're gonna take you to the quarry and shoot your ass to pieces? And the police ain't gonna do shit about it.
I bet it really pisses him off.
Your readings are off the charts. What happened?
I found a tape of Briggs being tortured. Their boss Spike was in on it, together with Wendell Antonowski.
Did you say he was tortured?
Yes, surrounded, with no way out and no backup.
증거를 찾은 로보캅의 말에 워싱턴은 이제서야 그를 찾는 걸 도와줍니다.
Did you say quarry? Okay, let me have a look. Yeah, I see it. It's just north of your position.
On my way.
RoboCop, I really hope you find him. You're there. That's the quarry. I hope you find Briggs.
I will not stop until I do.
Oh, so you think you're a tough guy, huh? If you really think you got the guts, come on. You'll love our place in the Northwest. It's the hub of our smuggling operations. And I'm telling you now, there's plenty. And let's not forget the other one in the north. It's filled with them crazy drugs we skimmed off those stupid punks. Now tell me, that's not something that would interest you?
He's clearly prepared an ambush for you. That's why you won't try to go there, right? Right?
Oh, shit! No!
바닥에 심어진 지뢰를 피해가며 그가 있을 채석장을 향해 나아갑니다.
Come in! Don't be shy! I've told the boys to give you a proper greeting. Cherish the good times while they last. You won't be so lucky with the next one.
RoboCop? Are you there?
I am.
Oh, thank God. How was it? Was that a risk worth taking?
I have collected incriminating documents.
Spike must have felt confident about his small army. So I'm guessing you're ready for round two?
I am going for a knockout.
로보캅은 그곳에서 이미 숨진 브릭스 경관과 수많은 시체들을 발견합니다.
I am in the freezer.
What is the freezer even doing there?
They used it to store Briggs' body.
Oh. So that means...
He was not the only victim.
그의 말에 놀라 지원 요청을 한
More
워싱턴.
bodies? That's insane. I'm getting you back up, even if it gets me in trouble.
The only person who should expect trouble is Spike.
경찰 부대와 합류하기 위해 합류 장소로 이동합니다.
RoboCop, all available patrol cars are coming to support you. I've told them to meet you by the old workers building. According to reports, it's part of their headquarters.
그저 원칙대로 그를 막기만 하고 지원을 뒤늦게 한 것에 사과하는 워싱턴.
Forgive me for the freshman attitude. I was just trying to do my best.
I don't think you get it. This city needs us. We're transforming death and decay into life. That was the deal. I can hear the cavalry coming. I don't know how you did it, but I'll make sure you won't be leaving this place alive.
Murphy, this is Manson. We've cornered the bikers in the mill, but we could use some help. We're at the southeast gate.
Acknowledged. On my way.
Hey, Robo!
무사히 경찰 부대와 합류한 로보캅.
Good, you're here. We're standing our ground. The bikers have retreated to the yard behind that big gate. Now, let's decide on the strike team.
I go on my own. No need to risk lives.
OCP has supplied us with an ED 209. Maybe you could make use of it, even if it is just for cover.
RoboCop, can I have a moment of your time?
Can you leave him alone, lady? You caused him enough trouble already.
Hey, I just want the people to know what's going on in their city.
Can't say she isn't good at what she does. She got here before us. Anyway, it's up to you. If you need a bit of time to speak with her or wrap up anything else around here, it's not a problem. Those bikers aren't going anywhere. But if you're ready to go, ED 209 is here for your support. Just say the word.
Their time is up. I am going in.
Good luck, Murphy.
Ed 209 and RoboCop fighting hand in hand? I can't wait to see how this goes.
로보캅은 ED209와 함께 폭주족 스트리트 벌처들을 몰살시키며 나아갑니다.
Way to go, RoboCop! Oh, I can't wait to tell everyone at the precinct how you kicked Ed's ass. I'm guessing you're close to catching Spike. Maybe he could lead us to Wendell. If those two struck a secret deal, no wonder Wendell ditched the punks. Anyway, be careful in there. I wouldn't be surprised if that slime had more tricks up his sleeve.
It can't end like this.
Murphy, you got the cop killer.
You decided to trespass on our turf, and that shit doesn't fly with us.
What's that noise?
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
The situation is under control.
You now have 15 seconds to comply.
Stand back.
I'll do one better, cop.
별탈 없이 도망가려던 스파이크 체포에 성공하는 듯했지만 통제되지 않는 ED-209 때문에 스파이크를 놓쳐버리게 되고 동료 한 명도 잔혹하게 죽게 됩니다.
Hey, what's going on over there?
I am under attack from Ed 209.
What? Okay. Let me see if I can help. I'm pretty sure I saw its documentation here in the precinct. Be right back.
Please put down your weapon.
Okay, listen to this. Apparently, Ed 209 speaker cover is often reported compromised after field duty. Why don't you try making that your target?
약점을 파악하고 공략해보지만 만만치 않은 상대라 다소 애먹는 로보캅. 하지만 별 타격 없이 오작동한 ED-209를 잡아냅니다.
What the hell happened here?
Ed 209 malfunctioned.
Is he still alive?
I am afraid not.
OCP sent us a malfunctioning unit. I bet they did that on purpose. And what about the other cop killer? Where did Spike go?
Wherever he went, justice will find him.
무사히 업무를 마친 로보캅은 다친 루이스의 병문안을 갑니다.
I am looking for a female officer who arrived yesterday with a gunshot wound.
You need to be a little more specific, honey.
Her name is Lewis. She is in a coma.
Second floor. Take the elevator.
My wife, she was with me when they started shooting. I'm sorry. Oh, no. No!
Hey, Murphy. She's right in here.
Another visitor? She's in a stable condition. You know, some think that people in her state can hear what's happening around them even if they don't respond. Why don't you try talking to her? Now, I'll leave you two alone.
Hello, Lewis.
잠들어 있는 루이스에게 여러 이야기들을 건네는 로보캅.
I know you would hate to be behind on the investigation. I found Officer Briggs. He is dead. Wendell Antonowski has the street vultures collecting bodies. His intent is not clear. I opened your present. It helped. Thank you. I could really use your advice, Lewis.
그때 뜻밖의 증거를 찾게 됩니다.
Didn't you hear someone stole a bunch of bodies over the weekend?
A corpse thief? What is this world coming to?
Lewis, you always find a way to help.
I'll keep her safe. Don't you worry about her.
또다시 로보캅의 내리를 스쳐 지나가는 기억들.
I've got 40 pow.
Course VFib. Okay, we gotta shock him.
Let's get the ambu bag.
Stand clear. Shock him.
Clear.
All right, no pulse. Let's go intracardiac epinephrine.
Okay, everybody, clear.
Stand clear. All right, I think that's all we can do. Let's call it. What's the time?
6:15.
그 기억들을 뒤로 한 채 그는 시체 39구가 사라진 사건에 대해 듣게 됩니다.
I suppose you are preoccupied with the living rather than the dead.
Tell me about the case.
Usually, we're pretty packed. There are even some bodies that have been here since Christmas. But a couple of nights ago, someone broke into the hospital and stole 30 of them. It's been a blessing in disguise, really. We've got so many unclaimed bodies that I feel like I'm starting to form relationships with them.
Is there any link between the bodies?
Actually, there is. Our thieves were very picky. All of the corpses had their brains intact. They didn't take a single corpse that had documented brain trauma. I've got to say, they were very thorough.
Anything else?
That's it for me, but talk to the security guard in the lobby. He should know more. Now that I'm looking at you, didn't I work on you? I recognize that jawline.
What do you know about the disappearance at the morgue?
Sure, I know I'm just a security guard, but I know how you operate. I've seen the shows, so let me break it down for you the way you'd understand. I estimate the incident occurred at around 300 hours. Multiple perps entered the GMH from the east and then proceeded to the BLE. Then most likely used the EFS to get down to the MORGUE.
What can you tell me about the perps?
We caught their leader.
You caught him? Where is he?
Oh, I mean on camera. There it is.
사건의 범인이 웬델이라는 것도 알게 됩니다.
If I can say so myself.
That was very helpful. Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. Just because I don't have a badge or a service weapon or a cruiser and partner or even a bulletproof vest, that doesn't mean that I can't be of help to the police.
Good to see you in one piece, Robo. Mr. Becker wasn't happy when he heard about your little trip to Highland Park. But between you and me, what you did was quite impressive. Maybe it wasn't an authorized mission, but it can still give us an idea of how your systems are holding up. So, let's see how you did.
경찰서로 돌아온 로보캅은 오작동한 ED209의 마더보드를 챙긴 뒤 시끄러운 소동이 일어난 곳으로 갑니다. 경관을 죽게 내버려두는 OCP의 태도에 화가 난 경찰들.
They asked for a small funeral, so I expect everyone to give the family space.
Briggs was one of us. We should at least do something to honor him.
Best thing we can do is get those butchers that did this to him. I want to see everyone in the
소름을
briefing room
잠재우는
in 10
리드
minutes.
경사의 말에
Now
따라
back to
모두
work.
흩어지고.
Hey, Murphy. You've been to the hospital, haven't you? How's Lewis?
Unconscious but stable.
She'll pull through. I'm sure of it.
It's time to hold OCP accountable. This can't keep happening.
Relax, Kaplan.
He's not wrong.
How many more of us have to end up in the hospital or a morgue before we do something?
It's like Sarge said, we need to get the guy who did it, so maybe let's focus on that? Speaking of which, there's someone who might know something. There's a guy in the jail that wants to talk to you, Robo.
로보캅은 감옥의 피클스를 만나러 갑니다.
There's my favorite law enforcement officer.
Why are you in this cell?
I come here to think sometimes, and the food is better than in the soup kitchen.
That is resourceful.
Why, thank you. I try very hard to not try at all. But seriously, I was hoping to see you. I heard what happened to Briggs. After everything he did for me, I'll do whatever I can to help you catch that Wendell guy.
브릭스의 소식을 듣고 조금이라도 도와주고 싶다는 피클스.
Maybe I'll find some of his dissatisfied customers who'll be willing to talk to me.
It could be dangerous.
You kidding? On the streets, I'm a samurai. Well, with Briggs dead, it probably makes me more of a...
You are not a Ronin.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, if you need anything, I'm your guy.
Thanks to RoboCop's insubordination, we finally have something concrete.
At your service.
Wendell Antonowski struck a deal with the street vultures at Highland Park.
A place where, for some reason, we weren't supposed to go.
Be that as it may, we're on the lookout for anyone from this biker gang. We also know what he's looking for.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Dead bodies whose brains are still intact, to be precise.
Wow, that's even more messed up. Why would he need them?
We'll get to the whys, but for now we need to focus on catching Spike. He's our connection to Wendell Antonowski.
브리핑실에서 웬델의 연결고리인 스파이크를 찾기 위한 계획을 세우려는데
They're not hiding. Put on Channel 9.
What in the hell?
그들이 OCP 은행을 털고 있다는 뉴스를 보게 됩니다.
We'll keep trying to get closer for a better view.
All right, everyone back up. I want you all to be at SWAT's disposal.
Sergeant, am I back on the case?
I don't think Becker will give me grief if I let you go save OCP's money. You're reinstated. Everyone, move out!
서둘러 그들을 소탕하기 위해 현장으로 출동하는 로보캅. OCP의 SWAT팀이 이미 장악하고 있는 현장.
Oh, look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Vultures came up with the great idea of robbing the OCP bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb. They must be crazy to think that OCP will just let them leave with their money.
Was there any sighting of Spike?
Not yet. But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
Then you are going to need a new plan.
그때 늘 사건 현장에서 기웃대던 기자 사만다 오티스가 몰래 현장 안으로 들어가는 걸 보게 됩니다. 더 안 좋은 문제가 생기기 전에 스와팀과 함께 현장 안으로 들어갑니다.
I prefer to serve justice cold.
Tags them off. Contact! Contact! Take them down! It's done, boys.
Put down your weapon.
Turned out to be quite intense. N209s behave themselves? You should be heading towards the vault. It's through the office area.
모든 적들을 소탕하자 금고 안에 은행 지점장이 갇혀 있다는 소식을 듣게 됩니다.
Find the manager's office and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
금고를 향해 가던 중 기자 사만다와 만난 로보캅.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads. But OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
Unrealistic plans are not a crime.
But the ways by which they're pursued may be. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit. Now that's a topic I'd rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
기자의 소임을 다하는 그녀를 한번 봐주기로 합니다.
You will be detained.
Maybe I should have treated you more like a police officer than OCP's property. Anyway, the city owes you. And I owe you too.
I can see you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk. Now, take the doors behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now.
늦기 전에 은행 지점장을 구출하기 위해 금고로 향합니다.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his hard-earned savings. RoboCop! I knew our founder would send his best.
그곳엔 이유는 알 수 없지만 베커와 폭탄을 달고 있는 은행 지점장이 있습니다.
So I didn't end up like you with a bomb strapped to my body.
RoboCop, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
An opportunity for an ambitious officer.
I'll be watching you from a safe distance.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb? Okay, I'm passing you through to the bomb squad.
There is no time. I will need your help to defuse it.
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best, but just give me a moment. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb defusing chapter in the police manual?
Found it! First rule, call qualified personnel. Oh, no. Okay, tell me what you see.
4 connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
Four cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Okay, so they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Okay, maybe this isn't the time, but I'm colorblind.
I will have to improvise.
Just remember, detach the one with the highest voltage first, then proceed down to the lowest voltage.
경험은 없었지만 워싱턴 경관의 도움을 받아 폭탄을 해체하는 데 성공합니다.
It was just a minor incident.
폭탄 해체에 성공하자 바로 금고안의 돈을 확인하자는 베커.
Like now.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way.
하지만 올드맨이 프로젝트에 많은 돈을 투자한 후였기에 돈이 거의 없었습니다.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man.
와중에 수상한 무전을 들은 로보캅.
Back with the money in the next. We're leaving. You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
이상하게 뚫려있는 구멍을 통해 지하로 내려가자 스트리트 벌처의 잔당을 발견하게 됩니다.
I am in pursuit of the remaining bikers. I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they've hidden their getaway vehicle. You gotta hurry.
워싱턴의 지원을 받으며 적들을 하나 둘 소탕합니다.
I am listening, creep.
RoboCop!
Why did Wendell Antonowski send you here? This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick.
얼마 지나지 않아 스파이크와의 모전을 통해 그가 웬델과 손절했다는 사실을 알게 됩니다.
Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.
모든 경과를 리드 경사에게 보고하자 심리 상담을 받으러 가라고
Right
합니다.
now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
Hello, Murphy. Congratulations. I've seen your accomplishment on TV. I hope that I'll manage to remain professional despite sitting opposite a celebrity. How do you feel about being acclaimed as a hero again?
I serve the public trust. I do not do it for fame.
No. Your sense of duty is what drives you. That's clear. I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne Lewis. You've seen her at the hospital, haven't you? How is she?
She is stable.
You cherish that relationship, don't you? She's an important part of your life. Your past life, too.
She is.
Just like your family. You're very protective of your past.
OCP cut me off from my family.
And how do you view their decision to separate you from them?
It was cruel.
To everyone involved, I'm sure. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind when you try to remember your family?
블랑시 박사와 아팠던 과거에 대해 이야기를 나누는
Memories can be
로보캅.
painful, especially when they're connected to the ones you love. They tend to remind us of what we're missing. The thief that broke into my house I mentioned before. He was my brother. He was an addict who'd come over to steal things to sell so he could buy drugs. As you can imagine, my last memory of us together is not a happy one. But despite that, I still wouldn't want to lose it. It serves as a reminder of how I failed him. And I've been trying to rectify it ever since.
I do not remember my family. I can only feel them.
These feelings, how do they manifest themselves?
As echoes of the past. But OCP sees them as obstacles that need to be removed.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to convince you they are right?
Did they?
What you need to understand is that regardless of outside influences, my client's well-being takes highest priority. Especially now that I understand how important these memories are to you, I will fight for you in every way I know how. If you let me. I think this is a good place to end this session. Thank you for your honesty. It certainly has been noted.
상담이 끝나자마자 브리핑실에서 현 상황을 공유받습니다.
In a relatively smooth fashion. So what did we learn from it?
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send RoboCop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative, under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vultures are hiding.
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him.
올드맨이 로보캅과 만나고 싶어 한다는 것도 알게 됩니다.
Once you're downtown, the old man wants to meet with you.
The old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly, find Spike.
허름한 아파트에서 올드맨과 만난 로보캅.
It's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now.
디트로이트 시티를 평화로운 델타 시티로 바꾸겠다는 그의 계획.
In the city, a new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
다소 비현실적으로 다가옵니다.
Plans that have the citizens' well-being in mind.
Glad to know you approve. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things. You lose everything you worked for your entire life. But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder, has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
The enhancements allow me to excel in fulfilling my duty.
Not only your actions, but your words confirm that you're an exemplary police officer. The real reason I've summoned you here is because I'm worried. I'm aware of your instability problems, and it's not a matter that we can overlook. That's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
It helps me with perspective, but it also brings out things buried.
That's part of the recovery process. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you'd want. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
My fellow officers worry about OCP's intention regarding their work.
Really? I'll have a word with Becker. Perhaps some new equipment would boost their morale.
It would be appreciated.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. And you can't argue with them. Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
여러 이야기를 나눈 후 스파이크를 찾기 위한 여정을 떠납니다.
Holy shit! What was that?
RoboCop. Not such a piece of junk after all.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening?
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
Has working with the police not made you change your ways?
I need to keep up appearances. Otherwise, I wouldn't be much use as an informer, now would I? Nah, tell me. What's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, or maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to see if they know anything.
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel and Gale. And I think everyone will sleep better once those butchers are taken care of.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe he could help.
Are you positive that he escaped on the damaged motorcycle?
Not so much on it as with it. From what I gathered, the bike suffered more than just a dent. I'm guessing he must have dragged it to some nearby mechanic to get it back in shape. I think Ben's shop is the closest.
영화관 앞에 서 있던 피클스와 불황자에게 스파이크에 관련된 정보를 얻습니다.
Rightful citizen of Earth, to be precise. Aliens are swarming and killing us, and the police are not doing anything about it. We're all doomed.
An accident happened here recently. It involved a motorcycle.
I saw it with my own eyes. I've recorded the whole thing in my research notes so I wouldn't get mixed up. See, there are so many conspiracies happening in this city. The only trouble is, those notes are locked inside my residence, and I can't seem to get the door open. Would you mind helping me with it? It's the one right over there. I think if you give them doors enough of a pull, they'll open. Be gentle with it. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and alien tears into that penthouse. Ha! That's it. Now let's have a look. Yes. I remember now. I remember. That biker wasn't even trying to hide his alien heritage. His body had tattoos from a parlor nearby, and one of them looked rather fresh.
Now I know where to go next. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're going already? I've got more information about alien shenanigans if you care to hear.
Why do you suspect the fugitive is an alien?
He looked really mean. He had a horn. And that, together with his chunky body covered in tattoos, made him look like some kind of hellish narwhal. If you read my newsletter, number 28, you'd know that all sea creatures are otherworldly. That is why I don't eat sweet corn.
How can you tell that the tattoo design matched the ones from the parlor?
I've noticed that lots of aliens like to mark themselves with specific signs from that shop, so they can be easily recognized by their kin. I went there many times pretending to be window shopping, but I've managed to copy all their secret symbols. And that biker's tattoo was one of them. The skin around it was pretty red, so I'm sure it must have been done very recently.
Can you tell me about other matters besetting the town?
Sure, can do. For starters, cats are aliens too. One of them can predict lottery numbers. He can be found near the gas station. And there's this woman who feeds all the stray cats. She must be one of the higher-ups in the alien hierarchy. Also, I've heard some aliens use the VHS store to hide treasure. And last but not least, I've heard that some of them are planning to take over the courthouse. I'm sure you would never allow for that extraterrestrial scum to judge us.
I have what I need. Stay safe, citizen.
You're off to the tattoo shop? Just make sure not to get inked. Those designs are very alluring. When they start talking to you, just cover your ears and start singing. It really helps.
불황자가 말한 타투 아티스트를 찾아갔지만 쉽게 이야기하지 않습니다.
How about I bring out your jawline?
Hey man, no pressure. I was just trying to be helpful. Anyway, if you're not here for inking, what do you want?
A biker called Spike. I heard he was your customer.
I don't serve no bikers. Don't know who told you that, but it's a load of bull.
Are you denying making tattoos for the street vultures?
You've got no proof, cop. Now stay off my case. I need to get back to my work.
이대로 포기하지 않는 로보캅의 눈썰미로 연관이 있다는 증거를 찾아냅니다.
Spike and what is left of the street vultures are going down. It is your choice if you want to join them.
Ah, fuck. I told him not to come in here when he was so hot. He brought this on himself.
Where is he?
He's got a place nearby somewhere, but I don't know where exactly.
I am afraid this information is too vague.
His motorcycle must be parked outside. It's some sort of chopper. I don't know. You can check the plate number on that photo.
Wise choice for a scum artist.
I can't concentrate with all those reflections bouncing off your armor.
치수소에 있던 사진과 같은 오토바이를 찾기 시작한 로보캅. 스파이크의 오토바이가 있는 근처 건물에 들어가 보니 그가 토치헤드들에게 고문당하고 있습니다.
We'll get working in no time, Mr. Wendell. Sir. Yes. We won't screw it up.
He's using you, just like he used us. He hired us, but he failed to deliver. That's why we went together. Oh.
Talk about a sore loser. You had your chance and you blew it. Now it's the toy chance turn. Deal with it, biker bitch.
But
oh shit, we've got company. You weren't invited. Let's crush this tin can.
로보캅에게 반응하는 적들을 해치우고 스파이크와 웬델에 대해 이야기 나눕니다.
Why brains?
He would never say. Pieces cards against his chest.
Where is he?
Now? I bet it be in front of the screen. You always are watching.
Operator, requesting an ambulance. One unconscious fugitive suffering heavy blood loss. Operator, Wendell's trail leads to the outskirts west of town, continuing pursuit.
웬델의 위치를 파악한 후 기절한 스파이크를 데리고 건물 밖으로 나가는 로보캅. 구급차에 그를 싣고 웬델을 찾아 나서기로 합니다. 폐점한 지 오래된 백화점 안에서 기자 사만다와 웬델을 발견합니다.
It's the new guy. He's waiting for some bigwig to show up. He's planning to do some psycho presentation.
And who is the bigwig?
That's what I want to find out.
Mr. W, we still have no contact with the funhouse.
I'm on the phone. We're ready. I understand, but please tell him that this is not a meeting that can be postponed. I see.
So, They ain't coming, right? Fucking suit.
로보캅은 사만더 옆에서 조용히 웬디를 잡을 타이밍을 재는데 그 순간 또다시 오작동을 일으켜 들키고 맙니다.
Show yourself.
You'd better not.
As you wish, creep. You are under arrest. Come quietly.
Do you really believe that's what's gonna happen? Take care of him, boys. I'll meet you on the roof.
What's up, metal freak? Forget where you left your car?
You better go, Miss Ortiz. It seems there will be trouble.
성가신 적들을 해치우며 도망간 웬디를 쫓아갑니다. 그때 토치헤드가 자동차로 있는 힘껏 쳐버리는 바람에 심각한 오류가 발생해 괴로워합니다. 환각 환청에 시달리는 로보캅.
Is that you? Come to us. Yeah, Dad, we're waiting for you. Dad? Are you coming? Dad? Dad, are you here? I'm scared. Come find me, please. Why won't you come for me, Dad? Don't leave me, please. Don't leave me alone. Is that you? You look different. You're scaring me. I don't like how scary you are now.
It's not your dad, kid. It's not even a police officer. I don't know what it is anymore.
Hi, you've reached the Vanderburg store. Please leave a message after the tone.
The remains of my husband, a police officer killed in the line of duty, were used to create some kind of a metal monster. I need to bury it to move forward with my life. Do you have a funeral suit that would fit that empty shell?
Okay. It thinks itself as human.
A world-class husband. A father. A cop.
Did you hear? It's true. You're not one of us anymore.
You're not human.
And you're not a real cop. You're just the rotting remains of
Alex Murphy.
You're something that should
never
have been.
Something that should not
exist. We have to fix you. We have to erase you. And we will. Just come to us. Come to the rooftop.
We're
waiting.
It's not one of us. It doesn't even have a badge. It's the crap that is stuck to our shoe. A cuckoo egg planted by OCP. We need to clear our station of this shit. We must smash that thing. Fire at will. You're not one of us. You feel that too, don't...
You're back. There's coffee in the kitchen. Do you like it? The mug.
Dad, can you fix the camera? I think something's broken. Hey, you fixed it! Remember I'm playing a game this afternoon?
Dad wouldn't miss it, would he?
Pick me up at the station. I'll grab my gear.
Do you really have to go? You look so sexy in that uniform. Why won't you stay a little longer?
Why are you here?
끝나지 않을 환각 속에서 익숙한 웬델의 목소리가 들려옵니다.
Don't take him away from me!
Everyone wants to be back home with their families. Be back home.
Welcome, shopper. Let's take a stroll through your old home.
Do you think you can just go back? Go on with your life like nothing happened?
This is a one-family house built by ZM Industries. It's for sale because the head of the family to which it belonged was shot in the head.
Your family has forgotten you. Why do you want to remember them? You attach yourself to something that is the weakest in you, to the part that's still human.
Have you thought it over? Why not make me an offer?
Why carry this burden? What is your sacrifice worth? Holding on to them makes you weak. Destroy them. Destroy them before they destroy you.
그리고 로보캅은 생전의 자신과 마주하게 됩니다.
Alex Murphy, the one and the only. I'm here because you have something that belongs to me. You have my badge. Lewis gave it to me. Lewis is hurt because of you. Because you keep insisting that you're something that you're not. That you are still me and that I simply came back to life, but you're wrong. I'm dead and I want to finally rest, but you won't let me. Your delusions keep tormenting me and my family. You need to let us go. I want my badge back. I have it, so I remember. Remember what? The lie? Lewis knows us. She would not lie. Give it to me. It's mine. But, Lewis, I want it back. This is my badge. Then I'll have to take it back myself.
결국 자신과 맞서는 그에게 총을 겨누고 맙니다.
You are strong enough to take him. Don't forget you have a partner who's counting on you. Take this gift. Don't forget who you are. Alex Murphy.
어디선가 들려오는 루이스의 목소리와 자신을 깨우는 사만다의 목소리를 들으며 정신 차린 로보캅.
Get up for God's sake. That's it, Robo. Keep going.
Where's the chopper? The cops will be here any...
Wendell Antonowski.
정신 차리자마자 눈앞에 웬델을 체포하는데
You are
성공합니다.
under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Relax. I'm not your enemy. If I were, you would have already...
You have the right to an attorney.
Hey! I wanted to help you. Release you from the burden of your past life, of your memories. But you don't want to lose them, right? Now I get it.
Anything you say may be used against you.
I can give you back those memories. All of them. We should help each other. We have the same boss!
Police!
God damn it, you again?
People need to see this.
Cuff him. He is a cop killer.
Hands behind your back!
Can you hand me my lighter? It's a family heirloom. I wouldn't want to lose it.
You mean this trinket? It'll be safer in the prison depository.
무사히 그를 잡는 데
Pick it up
성공한
yourself
로보캅.
in, I don't know,
이후에 또
150 years?
어떤 일들이 벌어질까요?
Plenty of time for rehabilitation.